Some performances leave you breathless, making you feel every emotion on screen. But what if the magic behind the performance came from someone else entirely in Bridgerton Season 4? Luke Thompson's unforgettable portrayal wasn't just talented, had a secret source of inspiration, a guiding hand from none other than Jonathan Bailey. Bridgerton has always been a story of passion, scandal, and heart-stopping drama, capturing audiences with its mix of love and tension. In Season 4, Luke Thompson returned to the screen, bringing his character to life with an intensity that had fans talking for weeks. But behind the scenes, there was more than just scripts and rehearsals at play. Jonathan Bailey, who has become a household name for his brilliant performances in the series, played a quiet yet pivotal role in shaping Luke's approach to the character. It's easy to watch a show like Bridgerton and only notice the final polished performance. But every great actor has a journey behind the scenes. For Luke, that journey included learning from his peers, absorbing advice, and sometimes simply watching how another actor navigates the emotional depth of a scene. Jonathan, known for his nuanced expressions and emotional authenticity, became more than a co-star. He became a source of insight. Through casual conversations, shared rehearsals, and discussions about character motivations, Jonathan helped Luke unlock subtle layers of his role. It wasn't just about dialogue delivery, it was about feeling the emotions authentically, understanding the stakes of each scene, and letting the character breathe in a way that felt real to the audience. Fans might not see these private moments, but they can sense the difference. The growth in Luke's performance is something that critics and fans alike couldn't ignore. Visuals for this section could include sweeping shots of Bridgerton's lavish sets, slow-motion clips of Luke Thompson in emotional scenes, behind the scenes, photos of the actors rehearsing together, and subtle split-screen shots showing Jonathan Bailey in earlier seasons. On-screen text could highlight key phrases like behind-the-scenes inspiration, mentorship in action, or the secret to a stellar performance. The music should be soft but tense, building a sense of anticipation as the story unfolds. When Luke Thompson stepped onto the Bridgerton set for Season 4, it wasn't just another day of acting, it was an opportunity to reinvent his character, to go deeper than ever before. What makes Luke's performance stand out is not just the words he speaks, but the way he inhabits every moment. Every glance, every subtle gesture carries a story. Fans often notice the emotional intensity, but very few realize the careful preparation behind it. Luke approached his role like a craftsman, meticulously studying his character's desires, fears, and hidden vulnerabilities. He spent hours analyzing the script, not just for what the character says, but for what is left unsaid, the pauses, the lingering looks, the silent struggles that define human emotion. This attention to detail allowed him to transform ordinary scenes into moments that feel lived in and authentic. One of the most fascinating aspects of Luke's process is how he balances restraint with raw emotion. Some scenes demand restraint to quiet heartbreak, a suppressed frustration, while others explode with passion or tension. Luke's genius lies in making those transitions feel seamless, never forced, never exaggerated. You can see it in the small moments, a hand trembling slightly, an eyes downcast glance, or a breath that lingers just a little too long. These are the moments that make viewers lean in, fully immersed in the story. Behind the cameras, Luke often shared that he draws inspiration not only from the script, but also from observing his co-stars, especially those who have mastered the art of subtlety. Watching Jonathan Bailey navigate emotional depth gave Luke a living example of how to layer his own performance by combining his own instincts with insights from Jonathan. Luke created a portrayal that feels both powerful and delicate, commanding attention without ever overpowering the scene. Visuals for this section could include close-ups of Luke in key emotional scenes from Season 4, slow-motion moments that highlight his subtle expressions, and B-roll of him reviewing scripts or practicing gestures on set. Text overlays might read, "Every gesture tells a story." The art of subtle emotion, or from script to screen. Music should shift slightly to a more reflective, emotional tone, emphasizing the careful craftsmanship behind the performance, sometimes. The spark behind a performance isn't just talent, it's inspiration from someone who's already mastered the craft. For Luke Thompson in Bridgerton Season 4, that spark came in the form of Jonathan Bailey. Known for his magnetic screen presence and emotional authenticity, Jonathan didn't just act alongside Luke. He quietly shaped the way Luke approached his character, almost like a hidden compass guiding him through the emotional maze of the season. Behind the scenes, their relationship wasn't formal or scripted. It was a series of small, powerful moments, a shared conversation about why a character reacts in a certain way, a note on pacing a scene for maximum emotional impact, or even watching Jonathan handle tension with subtlety and precision. These moments, though private, were transformative. Luke himself has hinted that observing Jonathan's approach helped him see the scene from a new perspective, adding layers of depth he might not have reached alone. What makes this influence unique is that it wasn't about copying. Jonathan never told Luke what to do directly. Instead, he modeled emotional truth, showing how even the smallest gestures or pauses can communicate volumes. Luke absorbed these lessons, experimenting with timing, eye contact, and tone, and weaving them into his own interpretation. It's like Jonathan handed Luke a toolkit for vulnerability and restraint, tools that shaped every scene he appeared in. The impact shows on screen. When Luke's character experiences heartbreak, frustration, or longing, the audience feels it not just because the writing is strong, but because Luke channels the subtle artistry he learned from Jonathan. Fans may notice a difference, describing his performance as richer, more nuanced, or deeply moving. It's the invisible mentorship that transforms a great performance into something unforgettable. The visuals for this section can include side-by-side comparisons of Jonathan Bailey's earlier performances, with Luke's scenes, behind the scenes, photos of the actors in rehearsals, clips of subtle gestures and eye movements, and text overlays like "Guided by Genius," "Mentorship in Action," or "Invisible Influence." Music can swell gently, adding a sense of awe and inspiration, emphasizing the emotional weight of this hidden guidance. Sometimes. The magic of a performance isn't just in the acting, it's in how it makes the audience feel. And with Luke Thompson in Bridgerton Season 4, viewers didn't just watch. They felt every heartbeat, every quiet struggle, every flicker of emotion. Fans immediately noticed something different. His portrayal carried an emotional authenticity that felt almost tangible. Social media exploded with praise, with viewers pointing out how Luke's character seemed deeper, more layered, more alive than ever before. Critics echoed the sentiment, highlighting his nuanced gestures and emotional timing as a standout feature of the season. They often described his performance as subtle yet commanding, intensely human, and a masterclass in restraint and vulnerability. What made it remarkable wasn't just the script or the dramatic plot twists, it was Luke's ability to make the character feel real, relatable, and profoundly moving. Many noted that his chemistry with co-stars felt electric, a testament to the careful preparation and emotional insights he brought from behind the scenes. Interestingly, fans also speculated about the invisible forces behind the performance. Some noticed parallels between Luke's expressive subtlety and Jonathan Bailey's earlier portrayals, sparking conversations online about mentorship, influence, and the hidden layers of acting craft. Memes, tweets, and discussion threads buzzed, with phrases like, "You can see Jonathan's influence in every glance," and "Luke's performance just leveled up this season." These reactions weren't just praise, they were proof that the mentorship and preparation truly resonated on screen. Visuals for this section can include animated social media posts, highlighted tweets, screenshots of reviews, and fan art celebrating the characters. Clips of Luke in his most emotional and subtle moments can be paired with text overlays such as "Fans notice the difference," "Critics applaud," or "A performance that moves you." Music can rise to a gentle crescendo here, emphasizing triumph, and emotional resonance, leaving viewers feeling inspired by both the character and the actor behind the scenes. Behind every unforgettable performance, there's often a hidden story, a quiet influence, a subtle guide, or a mentor whose lessons echo in every scene. In Bridgerton Season 4, Luke Thompson's brilliant portrayal didn't just happen by chance. It was shaped by his own dedication, careful preparation, and the invisible hand of Jonathan Bailey's guidance. What the audience sees as flawless emotion is actually the result of collaboration, observation, and the quiet exchange of insight between two extraordinary actors. When Luke delivers a trembling glance or a whispered confession, it's more than acting. It's a culmination of mentorship, personal exploration, and the emotional truth Jonathan inspired him to find. Fans may never witness the private conversations or behind-the-scenes advice, but they feel the result. Every sigh, every hesitation, every subtle movement on screen tells a story of influence and inspiration. And here's the intriguing part. This is just one example of how Bridgerton continues to evolve, not just through stunning visuals or dramatic plot lines, but through the artistry of its actors, constantly learning from each other. It makes you wonder what other hidden inspirations lie behind the performances that leave us speechless. How many other on-screen moments are shaped by unseen hands, quiet guidance, and shared artistry? Visuals for this final section can include a slow montage of Luke Thompson's most compelling moments from Season 4, overlaid with subtle images of Jonathan Bailey, behind-the-scenes interactions, and closing shots of the Bridgerton set. Text overlays could read, "Inspired by genius. Every gesture has a story." And the secret behind the performance, music should swell gently into a reflective, cinematic conclusion, leaving viewers with a sense of awe and curiosity. The final tease could be a subtle call to action for viewers, encouraging them to rewatch the season with new insight, looking closely at every glance, every pause, and every unspoken emotion. Now, knowing the hidden inspiration that shaped them, some performances don't just entertain, they linger. Luke Thompson's portrayal in Bridgerton Season 4 is one of those rare performances that stays with viewers long after the episode ends. But what makes it extraordinary isn't just the character or the storyline, it's the invisible thread of influence from Jonathan Bailey. That quiet mentorship didn't just shape scenes. It shaped the very way audiences connect with emotion on screen. The subtle gestures, the pauses pregnant with meaning, the eyes that seem to speak 1,000 unspoken words, these aren't accidents. They're the product of dedication, insight, and collaboration. Jonathan's guidance helped Luke find a balance between intensity and restraint, transforming each scene into a living, breathing moment of truth. Fans may feel the power of the performance, but now they can appreciate the artistry behind it, the hidden layers of craft that make Bridgerton more than a show, but an experience. What's fascinating is how this legacy extends beyond one season. Every viewer who notices the nuance, every aspiring actor inspired by Luke's depth, and every fan who marvels at the subtleties of performance carries forward a piece of that mentorship. It's a ripple effect, proof that the influence of one actor on another can resonate far beyond the set, touching hearts, shaping perspectives, and elevating storytelling itself. The visuals for this final section could include a montage of Luke's most iconic expressions, slow zooms on intense close-ups, behind-the-scenes clips of quiet interactions, and a lingering fade to the Bridgerton set as if inviting the audience to reflect. Text overlays could read, "The art behind the emotion. Mentorship that transforms. Add moments that stay with you." The music should build to a soft, cinematic crescendo, then gently fade, leaving a sense of awe and emotional closure. Great performances are rarely born in isolation. They are crafted, shaped, and inspired by those around us. In Bridgerton Season 4, Luke Thompson's incredible portrayal is a testament to this truth. What viewers see on screen, the depth, the nuance, the raw emotion, is the result of hard work, dedication, and the subtle mentorship of Jonathan Bailey. It's a reminder that acting is more than just lines. It's about connection, observation, and learning from those who've mastered the craft before you. As fans rewatch Luke's scenes, every pause, every glance and every small gesture carries new meaning. Behind the elegance of the Regency-era drama lies a story of collaboration, guidance, and inspiration. Jonathan's influence may have been invisible to most, but it shaped performances that resonate deeply with audiences, elevating Bridgerton beyond a period drama into a masterclass of human emotion. And that's the magic of storytelling. It isn't just what's written on the page, but the invisible threads of creativity, mentorship, and artistry that transform a scene into an unforgettable moment. So next time you watch Luke Thompson on screen, remember, behind every breathtaking glance, there's a story of inspiration, a quiet mentor, and a craft honed to perfection.